Let's start with a new conceptual mask to create our form. And we'll want two, like an endpoint and a beginning point for our facade and an offset from probably this plane. So let's go ahead and copy these over. I don't know if it'll let me do that in this mode. Let's look at maybe making this thing 80 feet wide. So let's grab another one and copy it over. Okay, and now we can go ahead and, I don't know if I've got a screen draw problem there. Let's set the, well, let's go to an elevation and get some levels. We've got level 1. Let's copy that level up. I'm just trying to set a scale for what we're going to do. I say we want the first floor to be like a podium, and then we'll move up. It's a parking garage, so we're going to move up in, let's see if I zoom in here, 10-foot increments. I'll make a few stories. That's, I will do one more. Excuse me. Okay, so our facade's going to exist between the perimeters of the top floor, the bottom floor, or the base of the podium. This would be the entry point for vehicles. So let's go ahead now and go back to a 3D view. Let's create just another reference grid for the front of the facade, that being the back plane, let's say, of the parking garage. So let's go ahead and copy this over. Let's come out, we'll just say 12 feet for now. We're going to make that variable. And I'm going to go ahead and set the plane to construct our first piece of shape. And I'm just going to put 3 points in to keep it simple. And let's go to a front elevation, and those are lined up. Now we can see that we want to bring this down to the first floor, bring this down somewhere, and make sure this one can exceed up a little bit, but we'll make the other one drop down a bit. Now we'll just take this and we'll copy it over. We'll unconstrain it. And we'll move it over to this other reference grid. And then we'll look at modifying it a bit. So let's look at this in 3D. Let's pull this point back. Let's pull this point back also a little. And maybe drop this point down. And I'm going to look at it from a south elevation just to see what I've done here. Or excuse me, east. All right, and we're sticking out way proud of the front of the facade, so let's see if we can move these back. I'm going to move these back until they're kind of lined up with the offset. And I'll grab this one and move it back also. And I think I'm happy enough with that, so I'm going to grab these two forms, or two lines, polylines, and create the form out of it. And we can go ahead and select that form, and then we'll divide that surface. And we'll keep it lightweight for now with a small grid, 8 by 8. And we need this other reference grid behind it. So I'm going to now create, I'm going to select this other working plane, and I'm going to draw a rectangle, and then I'm going to go to the front elevation and kind of line that up. I'll just, actually I probably can just pull the points out. Let me try that. Okay, we're lined up to the grid now. We'll go back to our 3D view, and we'll divide this grid off. Well, we've got to create a form first, so let's create we'll create the flat form for that. And I don't know why it jumps to that sometimes. I'm going to undo that. There we go, we got the indicator that time. So now we have a flat form of that. I'm going to grab that form and go ahead and divide off that surface with our same 8 by 8 divisions. And the thing we want to remember right now is it's all about node connections. So we want to go ahead and change our surface representation to nodes, so we have nodes to connect to. And we're going to do the same thing with this. And so we're now really all set with our surface. We just have to apply our adaptive element to this one and use this as the base plane for connecting to it. So why don't we go ahead now and we'll save this with a name. I'm going to do a save as, a family, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. I'm going to call it parking facade. And I'm going to call this element the shape node. Shape nodes. And I'm going to make sure I put that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead now and make a new project. Architectural template, obviously. And we're going to save this right away in that same folder. And we'll call it parking mockup. And we'll jump over to the shape and nodes. We'll load that into the project. We get our show mass warning. And I'm going to just click this here. I know it's there, even though I'm not seeing it. We'll just grab a 3D view right away just so we can see it. And make sure I don't put another one in. All right, so now we have our node or our grid, and I think we made the podium 15 feet, so I'll adjust this to 15 feet. I guess I made it 16. I kind of remember that. All right, so that gives us our whole indication of when we start to build some structure around this. So I'm going to end this clip now, and then we're going to start looking at the adaptive truss element that we want to put in, or excuse me, a panel, and in the next clip, and the brackets.